In this video, I'm going to show you how to create invoice templates. To create invoice templates, firstly, we need to go to the settings menu on the left-hand side of the screen. Once you're in the settings menu, if you scroll down, you'll see an option in configuration settings for PDF themes. If we click into here, we can see that I've got 3 in here. So I've got classic and clean, which are the 2 default ones that are in the system when you first start using it, and I've got plumbing, which is my invoice template. You can add new themes just by clicking add new theme at the top right hand side of the screen, and you can have as many of these as you want. To edit an existing template, all we do is click in. So I'm just going to open this up. The name of mine is plumbing, so you can change the name. You can choose the font size and also the font color that you want the text to be. You can choose whether or not you want to use your company address. Don't show any address at all, or you can specify a different address. Do you want to include your phone number, an email address on the invoice, and also the date format? So you can just choose if you want to take things or add things in. If you go to the images page, we can choose to include a logo. So if you just want to keep it simple and just upload your company logo into an invoice, if you just click this box, it will bring up your logo, and if you just click into this, all it will do, it will open up and upload an image, and you just go and choose the file wherever that one may be stored on your PC and upload it, and then it will just appear on the actual template itself. You can then choose how large you want that invoice, logo to be. On the right hand side, we can also upload background images. So if I just save that and preview so we can see what our invoice would look like now. You can do this at any point. So I'm just going to go choose our invoice number 2 to see what that invoice would look like. I can see that I've got my logo here. And it's got all the invoice information, and that's what the invoice is going to look like when my client receives it. Now, I can be very bespoke with regards to my invoicing and templates. So if I just close this down, all I need to do to create a new template is if I just go to new in here, and I'm just going to create a new Word document. So this is going to be our new invoice template. I can open this up, and this is just going to be a blank Word document that we can put whatever we want into here. So there's nothing in here, and I can put whatever I want. So I'm just going to minimize that down. Now I've got my logo in here. So if I go to my logo, I can drag that onto my Word document here, and we can choose how we want to align this. So I'm just going to move that across, and again, because it's in Word, you can be quite flexible on where you want these images. I've also got a banner in here as well, like a footer that I want to appear at the bottom of my invoice. So I'm just going to drag that into here. Then if I maximize that, and again just choose that we want to move this around, I can just drag this down to the bottom of the screen. And again, you can just play around with the borders and the margins on here to make sure everything fits in correctly for you and you're happy with it. And I'm just going to stretch that out a little bit just to the end there, and maybe make that a little bit smaller. We can also choose various other things. If you go to design in Word, we can change the page color. So I can change the page color here to maybe a blue, and you can see that it's changed how that invoice is going to look. And then all I do then is just file and save. So I'm just going to save that. But what we need to do, we need to save that. I'm going to save it onto my desktop, and I'm going to save that as a PDF. So just scroll down as save type as and go to PDF, and then go to save, and that will open that up as a PDF document. So there you go. We can now see that's our PDF, and if I just zoom out, that's effectively what my invoice is now going to look like. Now, we don't have the ability to upload a PDF document into the software, so we need to convert that PDF to a JPEG image. So if you just open up a web page and if I'm just going to go and open up a new tab, so I'm going to Google and we just type in PDF to JPEG. So we need to upload this as a JPEG image, and we'll see the first website that comes up is pdf to jpeg.net. If I click on here, you'll see an option, if you scroll down, just to go and choose a file. So if we choose our PDF file, we'll see Perfect Plumbing is now listed, and I'm going to say I want that as excellent quality, and I'm going to convert that PDF to a JPEG image. It's now going to process that, and this software is free, so I'm going to download my pictures as a zip file, and we can see on the bottom left it's downloaded that for us. And then I've got my Perfect Plumbing here, so I'm just going to decompress that and view the folder, and we can now see that is our image. So if I just minimize that, I can just copy that onto my desktop, and now if we just go back in and close down that, we're now back in our theme. Now if I want to include a background image, I can just highlight this option here, and we can go and choose the file, and we're just going to go and find that file on our desktop, which is this one here, and then hit upload. And it's going to upload our bespoke customized template into the system, and there we go. So now I don't actually need my logo because I've got the logo on this image. We can then go and see what that's going to look like. So again, just go to Save and Preview at the bottom of the screen, and we'll have a look at invoice number 1. And this is the invoice my customers are now going to receive. So as you can see, you can make it very, very bespoke depending exactly what you want within your business. So as long with images, we can also go and change the borders and margins. I've had to move the text 45mm from the top of the screen because that's where the logo is. So you can change that from the bottom as well, and from the left and the right. We can choose if we want to include a border on the customer address or the document details, etc. If we go to miscellaneous options, you can see you can choose if you want to show the VAT breakdown on individual line on an invoice. Do you just want to show the total VAT at the bottom of the invoice? So you can choose how you want that laid out, and also if you want to combine VAT rates on the printed invoice as well. I have a document footer that says thanks for using Perfect Plumbing, and again I can choose that and I can change the colour of that. And also at the bottom we've got an additional text section where I can just add in additional text that I want to appear on my particular invoice. So again, BACS information, if you've got people who pay you via BACS, you can put your bank account information in there, or you might want to put a personalised message for your clients, and I can do that for quotes, purchase invoices and packing slips as well. If we go to field names, we can retype some of these in. So by default we have quantity. However, I'm a service-led business, so I don't actually need quantity in there, so I can just tick remove. Or if you wanted that to stay in, I could go and change that to days or hours or something like that, depending what fits into the business. We can also go and change all of the wording, so description, your rate, total, etc. And also the document information we can just reword. So you can pretty much configure the invoice templates to however you want. Once you've set them up, all you do is just go save and exit, and all of that information will be saved in the system. And again, I can just add new themes as and when I want. To make those themes as default, all you have to do, this is my default theme, so I can see every time I generate a quote or an invoice, it's going to use that template. However, if you had multiple templates for different customers, if you click into a customer record and go to the Options tab at the top of the screen, you will see you have the option to choose their PDF theme. And again, it's normally going to go to the system default, but if you just click on the drop down, you can go and choose exactly which template you want them to receive every time you're generating transactions for them. And once you've chosen that, just hit Update at the bottom of the screen, and that's the template they're going to be using. And that's how easy it is to make and customize invoice templates within the software.